We just finished the Vikings win over the Oakland Raiders here in preseason down in TCF Bank Stadium, and we've got a returning guest, Captain Munnerlyn. Welcome back to the Longship.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You know, I got to ask you a question last year. You know, fan favorite, okay? A guy's going to say what's on his mind. And about late last year, you kept on saying, I got to play better within the scheme. You seem to be doing that now. What's the big change? How have you had to change your style?
I just had to listen to Coach Zim more and just, submit myself to him and go out there and do what he wanted me to do in this defense. Last year, I was taking chances, here and there, trying to make big plays all the time instead of playing within the defense, and that's something that I didn't do sometimes. I was trying to just, always make it a big play, always, be the hero, instead of just, letting the plays come to me and play within the scheme. This year, it seemed like I'm more comfortable in the scheme. I know the terminology of it. I know the techniques, and I know everything he wants me to do. And it seemed like I'm just comfortable. And I say when you let me get comfortable in a situation, it's a scary thing. I can go out there and I can make a whole lot of plays.
I'll tell you what, you got comfortable tonight. A couple of smacks on the Raiders. I got to tell you, from a person to sit there and see, that looks like it gives a headache and it gives the crowd a big wow. What's it feel like to pop a guy like that?
It feel good. It feel good to get the fans up and get the fans up and excited, just to make the tackle, to make the play for the team, and get a little excited. I didn't show a little bit that much emotions because it's plays I supposed to make anyway. Right. I'm on myself hard all the time about being a great tackler, so that's something I try to do, and it's always a great feeling to come out here and compete, and always great to get the win.
It's funny. I mean, inclement weather today, obviously brought you in, before the half. But how does it change the game? How does it make it more difficult as a defensive back playing in the rain like that?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. You got to stay warm. You got to stay loose, and you got to be able to keep your feet underneath you. That's the big key. Keep your feet underneath you. It's wet. The field get a little slippery. You got to be able to keep your feet underneath you and drive and break on the ball.
It's funny, we talked to Xavier Rhodes, and we said, when you start having those pass defenses into interceptions, they're going to ultimately turn to touchdowns. What's the touchdown dance? He really struggled with it. Eventually, he says he's going to ride the pony. What are we going to see from you?
Oh, man, I've been there before. I've been there plenty of times in the NFL. I actually got 5 pick sixes. Yep. So, I really just, keep the ball and put it in my trophy case. That's something I always do. I really don't show that much emotion. If you see me show a lot of emotion, I'm really jacked up.
We might be in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. I might definitely show some emotion when we get to the Super Bowl and we win that thing. But other than that, man, I'm just a low-key guy. I know I got a personality. But if you see me fired up out there, it takes a lot for me to show a lot of emotion. A guy had to say something to me or something like that. But I just try to play within the game and play fast and play for real feisty.
Understood. Now, big game really next week in Dallas. You play the third preseason game. For most people, this is the tune-up. Okay, in the fourth game, you're going to see some people sit down. What is the most important thing that you want to accomplish in Dallas?
Oh, we got to go out there. We got to execute the game plan. And I know we're going to play the starters. We're going to play a little longer. And that's the key. We got to go out there and execute the game plan and get off the field on third downs. That's the big key. Get off the field on third downs and go out there and show that we will be ready for the season. Like you said, this last game we about to play is really the tune-up game for the season, to really see what the Minnesota Vikings 2015 is going to look like. And we're going to be very excited and ready to go out there and compete.
Tell you what, fan favorite, before we go, we got to talk about the jersey. Wearing a Bobby Boucher jersey. Big fan of the water boy?
Oh, yeah, big fan of a water boy, man. He started from the bottom like me. That's how I see myself. I started from the 7th-round pick, to a person who's going into their 7th season in the NFL. And, I feel like I'm the water boy sometimes.
You know what? With an average duration in the NFL, 2.5 years, 7 years, is something pretty amazing to be proud of. We're glad you're on the Vikings. We wish you the best of success this year.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad I'm here.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
From TCF Bank Stadium, I'm Tom Moore.